I've got some bad news about Etsy fees, but I got some good news on how to win 25,000 smackaroos. Is that still a thing? Smackaroos still a term?
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Anyways, all that and more on this episode of Seller News. Let's go. Hey everyone, what is happening? Welcome back to this episode of the Handmade and Beyond podcast, but specifically the Seller News Friday episode. I am your host, LL, bringing you the latest, not the greatest always. Either way, words are hard, of news relating to you as a seller online, you as an Etsy seller, all that stuff and more. In this episode, I got some good and not so good things as usual. I like to let you ride the wave, so to speak, when it comes to seller news. But the first wave that you're going to ride is a fee increase. Yay! I know you guys are happy about fee increases. I'm sure you're going to take out your rage online on the message boards. Hopefully not. Increases are part of doing business online, and it's no different with Etsy or other platforms, and no one's ever going to like them, right? But you still got to know that they're coming so you can prepare for them, maybe adjust your prices slightly. Good news is this fee increase is not for everybody. It is for European countries because the regulating operating fees are cost of doing business, basically. They're calling these fees the regulating operating fees, because the cost of doing business in certain countries in Europe has increased because of certain regulations, certain hoops, basically, that Etsy has to jump through. How they get around that, the extra, there's regulations, they have to pay for lawyers, they have to pay for legal counsel, they have to do all these things, extra expenses. Unfortunately, that trickles down to us as sellers, like it or not. That is the way that it is, but it's not a huge increase, and it doesn't impact a lot of people all over the world, like the last fee increase of 1%. These countries that are impacted is the United Kingdom. Their fee will change from 0.25% to 0.32%. France will change from 0.4% to 0.47%, and Italy will change from 0.25 to 0.32%. So very minimal fee increase unless you sell huge quantities of product. This will really impact your bottom line because any little bit of fee increase impacts your bottom line. But for the average seller, you're probably not even going to notice this. It's not a huge sweeping change. And who knows, maybe down the road, this type of fee will be decreased. Doubtful, but we can always hope, right? Fees are never a good thing, but I want you guys to know about it. So those are the countries that are impacted in Europe. If you're not selling in those countries, you're not selling in Europe, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. You can just keep carrying on with your life and just pretend that I didn't try to ruin your day with this fee increase news segment. The next bit of news I have for you before I get to telling you how to win 25 smackaroos, I'm going to keep using that term, I don't care, is Etsy released their financial statement this week, basically their quarterly financial Q1 financials, basically to see how the company is doing as a whole, good and bad with this, as everything I'm bringing to you today. They actually said that their sales declined in Q1 from the year-over-year sales numbers 4.7%. Not great. Almost 5%. That's a pretty hefty decrease, considering the scale, the volume of sales that Etsy does. 5%, almost 5% is a lot. And I know some of you are feeling that. There is usually in Q1 a little bit of a lull as we're going into the warmer months. But there's sometimes a hangover from the holidays too. So, the warmer months are really Q2. So there's a lot of different factors depending on your niche. You may have seen that lull. You may have not. I've heard both sides of the story. So they're basically saying that there was in fact a lull overall as far as Etsy. So hopefully they're doing something about it. I'm sure that they are focused on that because that's never a good thing for their investors on the stock market. It's not a good thing for people selling on the platform. They do not want year-over-year decrease in sales volume. But it wasn't all bad, right? There's some other highlights that I want to point out. They said active sellers were up 3.8%. So there's more sellers, more people coming to the platform to sell. However, active buyers were only up 0.4%. So barely any decrease in buyers as well. Sellers are good, buyers are better, right? As sellers ourselves, we want to see more buyers on the platform. We don't want to see necessarily more competition, more sellers. So I'd like them to focus on getting more buyers to the platform, whether that be marketing dollars or whatever they have to do. Q2, I expect to see that to change, hopefully. They said there was 5.9 million active sellers as of 3/31/2023. They also said star sellers increased by 80%. And they added a star seller filter in search results, so you can filter when you're searching for something to only show star sellers. Good or bad, star sellers has been a big thing of contention. It doesn't help you with SEO, but you can get filtered out, so it is important. Down the road, maybe it will start counting as SEO. So I would get on the ball now with trying to be a star seller. This is something that's been hit or miss for me as well as a seller myself, because I am not perfect, and star seller is not easy to get, with the 3 criteria, being a star seller. So keep working on it, but there was an 80% increase with the star sellers. And then they said there is 89.9 million active buyers, which is a good thing. That's a lot of buyers, almost 100 million active buyers. That's what I like to see, those numbers. Hopefully they continue to grow that, get it over 100 million, because that's going to be good for us as sellers. The other highlight that they pointed out, not to bore you with all these stats, but I'm pointing out just the specific highlights that pertain to us and the growth. They acquired 7 million new buyers, and basically from prior year-over-year quarter, 7 million new buyers. So I know we only grew 0.4%. That was, we lost buyers, now we gained 7 million new ones. And then they reactivated 21% more buyers than the prior year period. So that is a really good sign that they're reactivating. They're not only getting new buyers, but they're reactivating buyers, getting buyers to come back to the platform and buy from us, which is a good thing. And that should be an area of focus. So that is kind of the highlights of the financials from the Q1. The focus, the takeaway, Etsy needs to get us some more buyers. They need more people coming to the platform to buy. They need to grow that. And one of the things I think that they're really lacking on is their referral program. You can refer other sellers and you get 40 free listings for yourself and for other sellers that you referred, but they don't have a great referral program for other buyers. If you take Whatnot, for example, for every referral you get, they get $10 to spend on Whatnot, and you get $10 to spend on Whatnot. If you don't know what Whatnot is, it's an auction platform similar to eBay, but it's live auctions. I think it's a fantastic referral program. You get $1 incentive to spend on the platform. So not only you get money to spend to get stuff, it also, you're putting that money back into the platform that will help other sellers on the platform. It's like, duh, no brainer. I mean, that's a great thing that you can, it's a great, easy referral program. Etsy really needs to buckle down and get a good referral program for buyers to refer other people. So hopefully they work on that. But those are the takeaways from the financial statement. Wake up. Hopefully it didn't put you to sleep. The last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with is how to win 25K.
Aaron, you're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
All right, it's not going to be that easy. All right, it's the Design Awards. You can enter for the Etsy Design Awards. They've had it the last, I think, 3 years. You can enter your shop and enter your best-selling product or your featured product that you want to showcase. You have to enter before Friday, June 2nd. I'll put the link below. They emailed it out today. And the winner gets 25K. Not too shabby. Granted, it's going to be hard to win. There's a lot of competition. And the winner is usually a pretty big time shop. So there's that. But I would encourage you guys all to enter, all to try. You just never know what would happen. Not to mention, it's just good practice, entering and working on your language and how to feature your stuff. It's a good learning experience. You just never know what may come out of it. It may put you on the radar with Etsy. They may use you for a feature down the road. You just never know. So enter, whether you think you're going to win or not. I don't care. I want you guys all to enter, and hopefully if one of you win. If you enter because I told you to enter and you win, let me know so I can give you a congrats. I can give you a shout out. But you just never know what would happen. That's it, guys, for this episode of Seller News. It was full of highs. It was full of lows. Hopefully it didn't ruin your weekend. I want you guys to have a good rest of your Friday and a great weekend. I'll be back soon with some more videos, some more podcasts, some more YouTube videos for you guys. If you like this stuff, please share, like, comment, leave feedback. I read all of them. Subscribe on YouTube. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back really soon.